Have you ever heard that saying that doing the same thing over and over and over again is insanity? Well, that's also the psychodynamic perspective. And so within this perspective, it says that people will recreate the same scenarios over and over and over again, mostly subconsciously, at the aim of rectifying the undesirable circumstance, situation, and outcome they had put themselves in the past or placed in hopes of changing the outcome to something more desirable or satisfactory. And I think that's insane. So let's unpack it. Hi, my name's Amita, and I talk about all things Islam and psychology and anything and everything in between that's of interest to me. So I really wanted to talk about this because actions, we wake up every single day and we follow a routine. Whether you think you have a routine or not, whether it's doom scrolling for 5 hours and then getting up for breakfast or whatever it may be for yourself, or you wake up at 5 a.m., 6 a.m., you eat breakfast, you meditate, you journal, you go for that jog. Everyone has some form of a routine, and maybe dysfunction is also your routine. And this perspective was really interesting to me because I find myself doing the same thing. As I'd mentioned in a previous video, when I was in school, I would find myself constantly waiting until 11:50 p.m. or right before the exam, an hour before, studying, cramming, trying to get done whatever I should have got done earlier in the day. But it was in fear of something. I would fear that I would be disrupted. I feared that whatever schedule or to-do list I made, I would get stuck and not know what to do. And so I lived in a future that had not even presented itself and created a present which was immensely uncomfortable, unpredictable, and not giving myself a fair shot to succeed. And so when we think about this perspective, it's really eye-opening because humans seek not just comfort and familiarity, so we desire a changed outcome, but we're so afraid, and again, afraid of the discomfort that we know is required to sit there and sometimes do the task that we know will only take 5 minutes, but feels like it will take 1,000 years to overcome. And so when we think about these things and we feel stuck and we don't know where to go and we feel overwhelmed, something that I've been doing recently to help me and remind me that I have no control except without Allah's permission is the dua for anxiety. It's asking Allah to save us from laziness, to save us from grief, and to save us from doubt and being overcome by people, but also miserliness, and that means stinginess in short term, and also debt. All these things are encapsulated into the single dua, subhanAllah, and I find it so beautiful because laziness can lead to a deficit income. It can lead to us being afraid that we'll never make it, and hence being miserly with our income, so on and so forth. And so what I ask of you and what I ask of myself is that each day, when nothing else seems to be working, take the steps of making dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and asking Him for His help, asking Him for His guidance and what He has promised to give to us.